here, okay? What do you want from us?
How much more do you want from me? And we're back.
Hello, girls. We're back.
And we're back. We're back.
And we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Cha-cha-cha. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Taylor.
And Toya.
This is the Heaux Bag. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite streaming platform and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at _Heaux Bag. That's _HEAUXBAG. Keep up with our shenanigans. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all remember when Mace left the scene? Don't leave while you hot. That's how Mace screwed up. And we're back.
I feel like we should have started off with the segment from Golden Girls.
Let's take a moment.
Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend. R.I.P. to Betty. How the hell did 2021 take her away from us at the last? They couldn't give her 24 more hours? Like...
It was really right before her birthday?
It was before midnight.
It was before her birthday?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
They say People Magazine did it.
Hey, did you see Netflix had dropped I forgot what thing dropped a clip and somebody's like, how long y'all been having that in the archives?
In the chambers. They couldn't wait.
I'm sorry, this is a celebration of life because Betty lived a long life. Like
99 years is a long time.
Like people always like when Cicely Tyson died. Oh, it was too soon. It wasn't. She literally was alive during Roots and almost during slavery. So it was her time. She was sick of you.
That was a long time.
Woo! How you feel to be back? We've been gone for feels like 3 months. It's only been like a month. It feels good though to have.
I don't know who needed this break more, me or you, but I feel like it was me. Mental was not there.
We're a team.
Still ain't there, but
But you know what? You thriving.
Working on it.
Cheers, my friend. To a new year. New year, same us. New year, same BS. Today we will be discussing defund the microphones. Did you see all them Nubians on the internet?
I seen a lady saying she would knock door to door to take all the microphones from every black person that she can. And I was like, damn.
And it's funny because we got a podcast. So people been sending us y'all need to stop podcasting in 2022. You know what? Podcasting is not for everybody.
So since we usually start off with Twitter news, everybody just go put defund in the search engine and podcasts or microphones. I saw one that says defund podcasts, microphones, and cameras. Because you N-words don't deserve the ability to reach impressionable masses no more.
Which is crazy because the podcast god himself, Mr. Joe Budden, I'm personally not a fan because of the comments he's made in the past.
I like him.
And which is, this is me personally. I really don't like anybody. So I don't, that probably has no weight or whatever. But I really supported his notion to talk about these two buffoons, these two clown A-words, because they sit up there. They have this platform. I'm not academics gave them this platform, and they invite black women onto their shows, and then they just sit there and attack them. And they're not the only young men that do this thing. There's the guy that goes around and says, "Hey, rate yourself from 1 to 10," and then says, "Nah, you lying. I'm being serious." Like trying to make a joke out of it. It's just, but he flirts with the non-black women as though it's cute. But then when black women get on there and judge themselves confidently, he's like, "Oh, you playing," and all this stuff. And it's just, how are you guys? My thing is, why is there a platform to get up there and just disrespect people so blatantly? Like, why are they reaching these masses? Like, who are they trying to entertain? And the crazy part is, you need these women to have your audience. Because without these women, nobody would tune into your stuff. So how? Who are they impressing, and why are they on these platforms? That's been the question. Take these mother mics away from them. I just want to also note out, I haven't cursed this whole thing, but I've been wanting to.
So when you said Joe Budden was talking about them because you really don't care for him, who are you talking about? And can you
I don't care for Joe Budden. Joe Budden is a... Well, let me say now.
We'll go further into what he was talking about.
He said specifically, let me go on.
Back into the defund microphones.
I had to go on here. I'm so sorry. Joe said specifically, don't get me to lie.
I like Joe Budden. Because he's an asshole and I'm an asshole, so.
I think,
and he's unapologetic. And I think that's why I like Joe Budden. Most people will say what they say and they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't. Joe will just say it and be like, and get all the repercussions from it. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, no, I can't read. Same year, same me.
You want me to?
Go ahead.
Woo, okay.
And you could edit and uncrop it if you need to.
These idiots know most podcasts can't get off the ground or gain any traction without love or hate from a black woman. Both act as fuel. This is nothing more than a cheap, tasteless heave at a payday. The words don't match the actions. If you hate them, do it without them. Skip the topic. Don't have them as guests. You clearly don't know how to host them. Don't cater combo toward them. Say no to every dollar, view, like, download, subscription generated directly or indirectly by them. Then I'll believe you. This is just pure laziness, amongst other things. If you can't find a funny, creative way to be inclusive or discuss dating, then go back to the drawing board. I'll skip the lecture on self-hatred and just be glad something make it so easy to spot. And if you don't know what he's talking about the Fresh and Fit podcast and how they ended up having Asian Doll as a speaker, a guest on their show, which if you've never saw Fresh and Fit, I think I've seen maybe 3 snippets from them. And one thing I get kind of confused about, it's like 15 women in a circle with a little, I don't know if he's Pakistani. I don't know what he is. Like a Pakistani dude, a black dude.
He's a Middle Eastern.
Yeah, Middle Eastern, black dude. And then I think DJ Academics is on there. And then it's a whole bunch of women that are just like pick-me's because they really don't say too much. They're just kind of there with microphones. I don't know.
You can tell that these women are selected, and I haven't tuned all the way in because I agree with Joe.
Don't care.
If you don't support anybody, don't sit up there and just watch their stuff and give them more views and for controversy and whatnot. But sometimes they'll be reposted by the blogs, and these women are quote they're beautiful women, but they're very revealing. They're meant to be seen and not heard for the most part, because when they do talk, that's when the non-black podcast host decides to go, shut up, girl, or yeah, you don't know that much, or he says something to degrade them and shut them up really quickly. But on this one specific episode, they had Asian Doll, and he kept trying to tell her, I can't remember verbatim what he was telling her, but he was saying that basically her opinion wasn't relevant, and she was like, you're mean. And he was like, how am I mean? Like, he just kept trying to go back and forth, and she wasn't trying to engage with him. She was actually trying to engage with the other one.
She did a great job.
But then, I want to also touch, she stood her ground 10 toes down, and then his sidekick was just like,
who's the sidekick?
The black man. He was sitting up there just, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, he's not that mean, kissing his ass and trying to, make her feel comfortable at the same time. He's a people pleaser, you can tell. And you can tell he's the person that, from what I've observed, because I went through TikTok just to skim through all their content real quick, and he's nowhere to be found. So he's the sidekick. I think you need a black person to stay relevant in today's stuff. And I feel like this person, specifically the Middle Eastern gentleman, is a culture vulture. Because he needs to get into black culture. And, they pick and choose when they fit into whose cultures because they're not traditionally American, or they can pick what they want. So I think he's using black women and black hip hop culture and his host and DJ Academics to come in and degrade people and just talk shit. And whoever's going to let him, they let him, and except for Asian Doll.
I know it was a couple of things that he said about her. I can't say verbatim, but it was about her color and saying that they don't really do dark. They don't really climb the black tree and just different things like that. You didn't, yeah.
I didn't see that part. But the crazy part is his co-host is, I hate discussing color. His co-host is dark skinned. So for his co-host to sit up there and allow that shit to happen, nigga, really?
I think that's what pissed me off even more. And I know a lot of people were, he had made a post to his mom, I think for Mother's Day or something. And everybody attacked his mom. Not saying that that's right, but
I mean, when you put yourself on these
I'm always like that. Like when it comes to men and you talk about, oh, I want a woman that's skinny and I want a woman that's this and I want a woman that's light skinned. But your mom is a 350-pound baboon.
Gorilla. Ain't got no teeth, ain't got no hair. On Section 8, ain't married to daddy. You talking about this why you single? Your mama's single. You got your mama's last name. So
boom, 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 boom. Like
the math ain't mathing.
I really just, it was a lot of people saying, what was our opinions on this? I don't understand. For the life of me, I can't understand why men go out of their way. Like Joe said, like you went out of your way to invite this woman on your show just to tear her down. What was the point?
I think that's a two-sided question too. I think why would you go on someone's show? Because I think that's what happened. She was like, I don't really tune into this show. And that's what pissed him off. But like, why would I hate when people come on the podcast and they haven't, tuned in or whatever. But I think if you guys aren't fans of each other, don't go on and to support each other just for numbers. I think people are doing things. They're not intentional. Their main objective is to get more streams. So both of them kind of put themselves in these situations. But again, if you don't like somebody, like just say no. Like me and Toya will sit up here and we'll go through these people who want to come on. If she doesn't care for them or if I don't care for them, they're not coming on here because we're not going to sit up here and have this confrontation and this disrespect going back on the show. Like that's that negative energy. I'm sorry, we're not bringing that into 2022. We didn't even bring that in 2021. So like y'all need to do some research on each other before you and start being more intentional about why you're doing something as opposed to just, oh, they're popular, they're on this show.
That kind of goes back to radio interviews too. I've seen quite a few radio interviews and I think it was Nicki Minaj that did a radio interview and somebody was asking her a question and she kind of turned around and was like, did you not listen to my album? and the person that asked the question was like, and it was a Houston radio station. I don't want to drag them on here, but yeah. And she had no choice but just say, well, no, I didn't. Why am I here then? Mm-hmm. Why would you? It's kind of a waste of like a slap in my face.
Mm-hmm. It's an insult. It's very insulting. But I think I love that we got our own BS because we come up here talking about whatever, but we specifically don't engage in that kind of negativity. And I think that's the traditional, that's why Wendy Williams has people on her show so that she can talk shit about them and think that they won't say anything. Or same thing with, I'll tree y'all. What was that show? Breakfast Club? Like,
that was Charlamagne the God. Yeah.
I mean, like but these are way bigger platforms, obviously. But I just think that bring that negative energy. Unfortunately, drama creates more numbers for the masses. But stop doing that stuff.
Fresh and Fit podcast.
Fresh and Fit podcast. Not even nobody knew their names until
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say nobody knew their names until then because they do have a very, very big following.
You call this man maybe the Pakistani one and the black one.
Just because I've never heard of them, they do have a pretty big following.
I think academics has the following, and he brings them along.
Either way,
same thing with unfortunate. Well, I mean, I can't say Beyonce bringing along Michelle and Kelly, but it's like, you know, you got the Pips, Gladys and the Pips.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that this is their time to make or break if they're going to still be relevant. They have a major opportunity to turn this around into something positive.
Kind of like how Kevin Samuels was. Nobody really heard of him either until he was little snippets of him just doing his bullshit, and he got.
I don't know. I knew his name. I think
you did.
And I don't even watch his stuff. That's the crazy part.
But it was snippets and snippets and snippets. And that's the same thing with Fresh and Fit.
I think with them, I agree with them, but I never knew their name. Like, I always knew there was this guy that had this table of women.
Same. I still don't know their names. Like Pakistani, I guess, and the black guy.
We're going to say the Middle Eastern.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn it.
Because we don't know his ethnicity.
Maybe Middle Eastern. I don't know. So back to black men, because I'm still on black men, because you're always talking shit about black women not supporting you. But all I've seen lately is anytime a microphone comes to your chapped ass lips, maybe your intention was to lift up a black woman, but you end up boom, 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 shooting her ass down. So what about the black man that said, hey, rate yourself from 1 to 10? And she said, yeah, I'm a 12. No, for real. From 1 to 10, I'm a 12. Again, from 1 to... Bitch ass... I know that's what she wanted to say. Bitch ass nigga, didn't I say...
She said it with a straight face and then went in and devoured his ass. Devoured him. I want to say shout out, if we could turn this around, shout out to the women standing their ground, 10 toes down. I said what I said. You're not going to disrespect me. Stop trying to play me while I'm sitting up here helping your show get ratings, which is, you know, basically what they invite these black women on here for, these women in general. So yeah, shout out to them, because these niggas try to tear them down and they said, no, sir. Now, Asian doll looked like she was going to jump across that table. I didn't finish the interview.
She was very, very, very calm. And that's what I liked about her. She literally sat back, took her headphones off, and walked off.
Oh, so I didn't see when she walked off, but before that, she looked like she was, if he would have kept going, she was going to jump across that table. Look here,
I think that because, unfortunately, black women, and dark-skinned black women get a bad rep for being angry. And I think she kept that in her head. I don't know. But she sat back and she was like, all I said is you're angry. You more mad than me. What's up? What's up? And I think she thought that was funny. She literally sat back and the girl next to her was trying to like calm her down. And she was like, I'm good. And then she took her headphones off and walked off. And when I was looking at all of the comments, I was like, damn, she really was better than a lot of people.
And I love that too. Like, again, sorry, I didn't watch the whole thing. I really try to avoid giving too much time to these people. I gave just enough to be able to comment on it, but not enough to get their ratings up. So I apologize for that. And I love, because I hate, like you said, the narrative that we're all angry black. Absolutely. I mean, we're all angry and aggressive, and we just speak with violence, or like we act with violence first, as opposed to thinking about our actions. Because she still has a reputation to, you know, uphold at the end of the day. And she's got her own brand, not associated with these clowns. So, I mean, I hope that boosts her. When people start to say, oh, I want to be like such and such, they learn how to carry themselves in a more calm demeanor. You know, I'm proud of her. I'm trying to be the good angel on today. I'm thinking about the positive, the silver lining in all of this.
So there was another one where I absolutely do not know what the name of this, if it's a podcast, I don't know. I just know it was two men with a microphone, assuming it was a podcast. It was I'm guessing he's white or Hispanic, or I don't know what he was, but he wasn't black. And there was a black guy. And Tinashe, is that how you say her name? She was on there, and the black guy asked her to say her name, and she said Tinashe. And he was like, what's your last name? Whatever it was like Kakashui.
It was not American.
It was not American. But if you're black, you listen to it and you was like, that's African. I don't know what part, East, but it was African. So the black guy was like, Can we just point out how light-skinned she is with this ghetto-ass name?
And the white guy came back and said,
wow, I mean, it's not ghetto, it's African.
Why is he putting him, why is he telling you how you're supposed to interact with your fellow community member? He said specifically.
I wonder if it'll play.
He said specifically, or somebody said, seeing the trend of white
it really
people
wasn't that long.
having more sense than black men is indeed embarrassing.
It's her last name. But she doesn't go by her last name. I just want the people to know her last name. What is your last name?
Kachingwe.
The Kachingwe. Now, can we point out how light-skinned she is with the ghetto-ass name, though? It's not a ghetto name. She has an African name. Her name's Nigerian. What was it? Zimbabwean. Did you just confuse Nigeria? So I thought you just brought up Wale, so I was thinking Nigeria. But my point is, that's not ghetto. She has an African name. Yeah, but sometimes these ghetto names are actually African.
Sometimes these ghetto names are actually African. I don't even know what else to say. Like, and this is just like the Fresh and Fit podcast. Like, why are black men playing the damn side kick monkey tap dancing dude to the other dude that's trying to defend us?
I don't know. I think he was trying to do it for laughs, and she just calmly sat, again, PR, she calmly sat there and was like, I think as someone, not me, but like I think she as someone with African descent should have checked his ass right then and there, because we're not in the 90s where you're calling people African booty scratchers anymore.
She didn't even have time to, because you know who checked it for her? The nigga that wasn't even fucking black. That's what I'm saying. Like, he checked it for her and was like, bruh, it's not that, it's Nigerian. And she checked and was like, oh, it's from Zimbabwe. Mm-hmm. And he still turned around and was like, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's still ghetto.
That wasn't ghetto at all. What is
ghetto? Because it's longer than Peter, Bob, Shane, Joey. But what's crazy is when an Asian walks in and says, and this is nothing against Asians or anybody that has a different name, but if I walked in and my name was a ping pong, ping 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 pow, that's not ghetto. That's ethnic, right? To their culture. But why couldn't it just be ethnic? Why'd it have to be ghetto? But if I walk in with Letitia Jenkins, that's ghetto. I
don't understand why there was a conversation around her name, period. People's names are people's names.
And then he brought it to her color. Let's just discuss let's discuss how ghetto her name is for a light-skinned chick.
I realize some light-skinned men find it, or men, period, black men.
He was a dark-skinned black man.
But I feel like a lot of black men decide to flirt talking about color. That's a way of complimenting and saying, oh, I think you're attractive. Unfortunately, because it's weird. It's a weird flex. And again, it's 2022. Who does that? But that was his way of trying to flirt with her, and it definitely backfired. But again, she didn't check him, like, not enough for me.
Size and Negro spiritual.
And so I don't know. I think at the end of the day, why do you niggas have microphones and sit up here and say stupid shit? I think that people have microphones. They start their podcast with the intent to give themselves therapy and try to give other people therapy, but it's not giving what it's supposed to give, because now that everybody has access to a microphone and a camera, y'all just making fools out of yourselves.
I appreciate podcasts, and I just tweeted this the other day. I appreciate podcasts for pulling out the dummy in everybody. AB, the football player that took his jersey and shirt off and ran around the field, once again, Asian doll. He literally was on her, she was live, and he was in her comments, writing shit to her. Like, oh yeah, you fine, and all the extra shit. Mm-hmm. But as soon as his black ass got in front of a microphone, and the dude said, yeah, man, you know Asian doll? He said, I don't know nothing about no Asians, and I don't know nothing about no dolls. What was even the point of that? Because now you made yourself look stupid. You could have easily addressed it and was like, yeah, she's, a beautiful black woman, but I don't care to talk about that right now. Can we do it? Because he's still at the end of the day saying, I don't know nothing about no Asians. I don't know nothing about no dolls, but I don't want to talk about women. Mm-hmm. Can we move on? Mm-hmm. What was the point in discrediting a woman that you was sniffing her ass in the comments one day before you recorded that? Are you kidding me? I don't defund. Hey, I'm with y'all. Defund microphones, even if that means taking ours away at this point.
I don't know. So they said the reason men aren't treating women with chivalry. We're going to bring another podcast.
Another podcast said that.
Said chivalry died when women stopped moving like queens. And he said, y'all stop being queens when y'all got 3 roommates. That's not exactly what he said, but it was something along that line.
4 niggas at a beer pong table.
It's a Houston-based podcast at that. We don't expect much of Houston men, to be honestly.
I support all podcasts, especially out of Houston. However, what? Chivalry died when women stopped moving like queens.
What does a queen move like?
Are we in England or are we in America?
And to their point, does a queen cook and clean for her man and come home in lingerie?
No, we have a maid.
I'm trying to figure out who
queens have maids
playing, because y'all want women to do every single thing under the sun so that you can justify when you're gonna open the fucking door. Jason, go ahead and play that clip from the Houston-based podcast about chivalry.
First off, chivalry came from queen, like you treating a queen a certain way. These hoes don't be queens.
I'm not with it. I am not with it.
Let's be real. Like you.
No, you
elaborate. I want to hear some more. A lot of these women don't be queens like they think they are. That's what I'm saying. It's just simple. Like the way they carry themselves, the way they act, like all that shit.
So
like,
you say you can't be a queen on air matches?
You're not a wifey material.
You can't be wifey on air matches.
No, you can't. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
You can't be queen with 3 roommates.
You can't be queen having 3 kids with 3 baby daddies. Like,
wow.
I'm sorry. Like, no, that's just on some real shit. Wow. And then that's not even disrespectful. Think about it. If a woman have...
Think about it. You don't try to walk me to the lands with you.
Let's say she's 32. She 32. Never been married. Got 3 kids, but want her to take you out on a date. How are you supposed to respect that? You done let 3 niggas bust all in you that you not with. You're not with none of these people, but I'm supposed to treat you different. Come on, bro.
I'm supposed to treat you like you was pure. What you mean? I'm supposed to treat you like you pure, and I'm coming to the situation. No kids.
No kids. I got no kids. No good job. No good job. Well, I don't have a job. I work with my goddamn self. But you know what I'm saying? Like. You ain't got really nothing going for you. You struggling, and here I'm coming. I'm supposed to be the savior?
How does 3 kids equate to struggling?
How does 4 niggas with no ring on their left finger equate to anything that he's fucking talking about? And mention, he was like, yeah, a good job. I don't got no job.
I think people get these podcasts to, one, you have to talk about women or talk about the struggle of your dating life. You got to bash somebody to make it funny. I mean, granted, there is somebody out there for you, but you are mad because the one that you want got 3 kids. And people always say, only the busted people want me. I mean, you attract at your level. So you better be glad that somebody wants your black ass at this point. Because clearly, if you're walking in your purpose, and we said that, it's going to meet you. If you're on your bullshit will find you. If you're thriving, people who are thriving, who are like-minded, your peers will find you. So if you want a woman who doesn't have kids, who has her own home, who, is thriving, has just got a promotion, makes a certain dollar amount, and you also do that, she will find you because she's looking for you. But when she passes you up, she sees the clown-ass nigga in you and thinks that you're not worth her time or headache. So don't sit up here and say, there's only 3. We 32. We ain't got 3 kids with 3 men and never been in situations to where we could have been proposed to. We all got our own shit. Our careers are thriving. We have our own homes. But guess what? We also turn people down.
I would turn everybody at that beer pong table down just because of what the fuck you said.
It's your mindset.
Because that's how you think.
Your mind is in the gutter. And you feel like coming on here bashing women. Like, nigga, have you done a self-reflection?
I'm supposed to come off as a savior. You just said you don't have no job. How you gonna save me? You can't save yourself. Bye.
And then he said, these hoes ain't queens, they ain't wives. Okay, so a queen, first of all, has to choose her nigga. First of all, because she has to choose somebody of her caliber that would be fit to run a kingdom. If we're going to talk about that in a sense. A wife, in the sense that y'all are probably referring to, because y'all like bitches that come home naked, cooking and cleaning, is a help me. So you're looking for that bitch she was being quote unquote wifey material to 3 other niggas prior to you. And then she probably decided, I've had enough of this. Who knows what the fuck decided. Don't sit up here and say some nigga left her, because she probably left a nigga. People act like women just are crying. What was that? You act like you gonna die without no nigga. Now there are some women out there, and guess what? They attach themselves to ain't shit niggas. So clearly the ones that's single have decided to entertain your raggedy motherfucking no job having ass. So I really wish y'all would sit up here and stop bashing women and self-reflect. Who was a good woman that got away? What did I do in this situation? Why am I single? Why is that every woman I find got 3 kids by 3 different niggas? Where's the woman that is single? Because Houston has a lot of thriving young black professionals. Let me tell you that. There are a lot of single attorney women. There are a lot of single physician women. There are a lot of single engineers. There are a lot of single entrepreneurs that don't have kids. So why can't you find one of them? Oh, she doing too much. She required too much. She's moving like a fucking queen and knows her purpose. I'm sorry. I just had to. Y'all niggas be pissing me off.
Definitely needed that, because that made no sense. Now I see why everybody's saying defund microphones.
Go get a therapist.
Just because you talk slow, just because you talk loud, just because you have a platform, does not mean you spit knowledge at all. Even if you watch our shit, we're just talking because, I mean, we're really coming from our point of view. Mm-hmm. We're coming from our hurt. We're coming from our, whatever we've been through to hopefully touch somebody else so they don't make the same mistakes. We don't always see eye to eye.
Right.
But we're also not trying to be persuasive to anybody watching this shit. We just like, wow, damn, that's crazy.
Wait, I do want to persuade you to go seek therapy and self-reflect. I will say that.
It's still encouragement. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know what? We're wrapping up. I got a whole tip. My whole tip is defund microphones.
My whole tip is stop being a fake, loud creative and go do some fucking work before you get in front of a camera and a mic. Bye.